The production of the fourth series Lancia Astura, the last in order of appearance, began in November 1937. The new chassis was of the platform type, with a low floor, new suspension, new wheels, and a new braking system. The factory built a total of 423 chassis, leaving the coach builders with the task of fitting out all the bodies. It was the Pinin Farina workshop of Turin that built the largest number of body of the Astura model, and among these, one series in particular stood out for its particular elegance, that of the Granlusso cabriolet. The word Granlusso was coined in 1930 by Battista Farina, who, in competition with his older brother Giovanni, tried in every way to distinguish his production from that of his brother, owner of the Carrozzeria Stabilimenti Farina. Both already produced Lusso bodies, and both therefore also produced Granlusso bodies in close competition. As on other previous occasion, the request for a type of car of the highest level came from the most demanding customers of Count Franco Bocca, the Lancia dealer in Biella, who was a great admirer of both the work of Battista Farina and Count Mario Revelli di Beaumont, who was entrusted with the design of this model. In those years, the collaboration between the dealers and the coach builders was very close, and together they decide which one of models were to be built and who would design them. Revelli, who already designed the Pininfarina third series cabriolet, conveyed the client's general ideas very well. The Pininfarina Granlusso cabriolet was a model that had to amaze, imposing, with an high beltline, large aerodynamic fenders, a long tail on which the shape of the spare wheels stood out, and a completely new front that did not recall any previous model. In particular, the area in front of the grille, shaped like the bow of a ship, was flanked by a series of 12 small air intakes, which gave a dramatic effect to the whole. Both the floor pan and the fenders were surrounded by large chrome plating, which enhanced the general line of the vehicle, while smaller chrome plating highlighted the main areas of the body. The large interior could accommodate 4 or 5 passengers comfortably sit on leather-covered seats. For the dashboard, a traditional design was chosen with the instrument group in a large oval aluminum plate. The triple-layer softtop, available in black on sand, was in waxed cotton on the outside and in mohair wool on the inside. The two-tone coloring of the series was created with metallic paint, a novelty for the time, of which both Battista Farina and Revelli di Beaumont were the creators of the good result. In 1938, Battista gained experience as a consultant for Lancia in the application and baking of two metallic paints produced by the Leclerc company for the Aprilia sedan. Revelli, on the other hand, had patented a spray gun with an adjustable nozzle suitable for applying metallic paints. In fact, at the time, these paints weren't made with a very fine grain as today, due to technical limitation inherent to the grinding of the aluminum powder. A standard spray gun would immediately clog with the use of this paint. 5 examples of the Granlusso convertibles are known, but only 4 are still in circulation. Usually, the small series consisted of 6 samples, but today there is no news of a 6th surviving sample. The first samples of the series was introduced in March 1939 on the Pininfarina stand at the Berlin Motor Show. The car was such a huge success that during the visit of the authorities to the show, the Lancia German importer Emil Hübel spoke at length with the highest member of the regime, the Reich Chancellor Adolf Hitler, the Reich Minister Joseph Goebbels, and the Reich Marshal Hermann Göring. Everyone present appreciated the car except Göring, who had a huge passion for Mercedes-Benz only. The scene was immortalized in a famous shot by Stefano Bricarelli, director of the Motor Italia magazine. Hubel ordered 3 samples from Pinin Farina, the chassis number 3198 in February, the one exhibited at the Berlin Motor Show, the chassis number 3245 in June, and the chassis number 3246 in July. These 3 cars survived after the World War II. The chassis number 3198 was resold in Sweden in 1949 and today is exhibited in almost original condition at the Veteranbil Museum in Lagan, Sweden. The chassis number 3245 remained in Germany. Over time it lost some original parts and today, after a recent restoration, it's exhibited in the Lohmann Museum in Den Haag in Holland. The chassis number 3246, however, was requisitioned in Austria during the French occupation in 1946 and moved to France. Already at the time, some original elements had been replaced and others were lost in subsequent restoration. Today, after recent restoration, it is located in the United States of America. The other 2 samples of the series were sold in Italy. The chassis number 3206 was sold by the Lancia Minetti agency of Milan. The owner participated in 3 elegance concours. In Sanremo in May 1939, where he won the Best in Show prize Coppa dell'Impero, in Turin in June 1939, where he won the first prize in his category, and in Cortina d'Ampezzo in June 1940, where he won the first prize in his category. Traces of this car have been lost, and it was most likely destroyed during the war. The chassis number 3222 was sold by the dealer Franco Bocca to the Fila Brothers wool mill in the province of Vercelli. This convertible is the only one in the series to have a different dashboard, with both round and square instruments aligned with each other rather than grouped together. In 1949, the car was sold by the wool mill in the free territory of Trieste, where an American officer purchased it. The car then remained in the United States of America for almost 40 years before being resold in Europe. Here, after a series of change of ownerships, it arrived in the hands of an Italian collector who took care to have it restored to its original condition. As I said before, it is known that a 6th sample of the series was built. In fact, from the official factory documents, it appears that Count Franco Bocca commissioned a 2nd Granlusso cabriolet. Unfortunately, the data of this car are present in the list of the vehicles seized by the Third Reich during the World War II and never returned. So far, traces of it have been lost. Many thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share this video.